Hello there, everyone, and welcome to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria, and we've got your weekly reading here for July 27th to August the 2nd of 2026. So we've got an interesting week this week, all right? It is highlighted with a full moon in the sign of Aquarius on Wednesday, on the 29th. So there could be some emotions that run deep here. There could be some challenges, but there could also be some exaltations here as well. So it probably is a little bit up and down emotionally, but you may also really get some clarity, whether you wanted it or not, as to who is on your side and who is not. Okay, so we do have a ton of bold, daring, and creative energy. This is unleashed upon us on Monday. So it's a great time to pursue your interests, your goals, even if it's something completely out there, something wild and crazy, something that is just your dream, right? Great week for that, right? Got some awesome energy for that. But beware. Judgy Von Brown shirt somewhere in the midst here this week is, lurking about. All right. This can be someone judging you harshly. This can be about, people kind of telling you that you're crazy for this, or, oh, don't do that. That'll result in failure. Ha. Fortunately, we do have the influence under this full moon of Aquarian energy. Dare to be different here, folks, okay? If you have ever met an Aquarian, I'm an Aquarius sun. If you have met an Aquarian, or if you've have an Aquarian friend, you know that they go against the grain almost every single chance they get. Right? They're great friends, they're loyal, they're trustworthy, dependable, all that kind of stuff. But if you tell an Aquarius that they can't do something, they're going to go right down and double down, right? Because in the modern day, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is a planet of rebellion. So tap into your inner rebel here. Be authentic and true to yourself, and don't listen to naysayers. Don't listen to other people's limitations, okay? It's not always easy to do, but one way you can do that is keep quiet, right? You don't need to tell everybody what you're up to. So especially if it's something that's going against the mold, right? This can be your time to really shine. So just be a little bit aware of that, or someone might try and control you in some way. Again, in the full moon in Aquarius spirit, rebel, right? Aquarius is about breaking free from the ordinary, looking to the future, and doing something a little bit different, right? And it's usually works out in very interesting ways. Okay, so yeah, just be aware of that. Wednesday's full moon, though, is it's a great time to release, let go. Obviously, full moon, that's the theme of full moons, right? Something could potentially come to fruition for you as well. Look back to the new moon that we had in Aquarius 6 months ago. What were you doing? What were you starting? What goals did you have in mind? What was your situation? Because when we look back 6 months, I guarantee you've come a little bit further, or a lot further than you even realized, right? Sometimes it's not until we look back at the big picture. Some of you may have something coming to fruition, your reward at the end of the 6-month cycle, right? You never know. But this full moon will make you brave. There's a lot of courage that is lingering behind this energy. But you may, gotta tell you, this full moon especially, again, Aquarian vibes, right? This full moon especially can carry the energy of cutting people out of your life, because you are no longer aligned with them, and you may discover that their true colors might be coming out. Okay. And again, in that Aquarian energy, Aquarians will trust you, right? and they will show you respect and all that, give you the benefit of the doubt. Why don't we say? But you do an Aquarius dirty, they'll cut you off. Just like the Queen of Swords cut you off, they become icy and they move away, right? So, this can be where you may find that you need to detach from people or situations once and for all. It's the final finale, it's the ending, and you're walking away. Okay, so it's a lot of up and down energy. It's a lot of crazy energy. How do you navigate this, right, this week? Number one, take a step back. It is an awesome week yet again to do some reflection, or maybe even just have some solitary time. Have a timeout. Have an adult timeout, right? Turn off your phone. Maybe do a digital detox. Do something fun that you love to do. Don't listen to other people, and you probably navigate this a little bit easier, but dare to be different and dare to be bold, right? You be rewarded for that some way. The weekend, however, Saturday can be really awesome. Saturday, by the time we get there, it's more social, it's more vibrant energy. So this is really great. Sunday, again, watch out for negative Nellies out there because you'll probably find them. So it can be a very volatile week a little bit this week, right? But you have the tools in your toolkit to navigate this week properly, okay? And in a way that's good for you. But again, solitary time, a little bit of solitary confinement for you could be just what the doctor ordered, especially if people are getting all up in your business. Right? It's like, get out of my business, okay? So be careful who you share information with. I'm just saying. So let's get into your reading, okay? Again, I've got a couple of cards out here, so choose your path, right? We've got card number 1, card number 2. Now, the reason that I flipped it over is because this is one of those oracle decks with the vivid picture on the front and then the message on the back. And, so I just didn't want to, when I was shuffling, I just didn't want to be drawn to something that catches my eye, because this is not my reading, this is yours. So here is message number 1 on this side, and this is message number 2 on this side. Close your eyes, tap into your intuition, see which one speaks to you. If you're waffling, then there's probably a message in both of the readings for you. But let's get right into it here, guys. If you do like your reading, by the way, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Like this video. It's free for you, just that thumbs up button right there. It does really, really help my channel, and it helps it get seen because you're interacting with my video. So it shows more interest, believe it or not, than if you just watch it. I don't know. It's the YouTube thing, I guess. Also, if you do enjoy my readings, subscribe to my channel and you're more likely to see everything come into your feed. Hit that notification bell if you are like me, and if it's not in your calendar, you don't remember, and that way you'll get a notification whenever I put a new reading up. But we're going to get right into it. Card number 1, card number 2, timestamps down below. Have an awesome week. Hello to those of you who chose card number 1. There is your card. And this is Rose Petals with Transience. Just let you absorb that card for a second. These things really are beautiful. All right. The message for you: roses fade, their beauty brief beneath the sun's embrace. You embody the soul of the rose, unfolding into life's divine dance. You are a breath between blooms, a fragrant pause in the great unfolding. Transience is your gentle teacher whispering, let go with grace. Life is woven from passing wonders. Twilight's blush, a shared laugh, and the scent of a rose. These ephemeral gifts hold depth beyond time. Witness the divine in the moment, rather than grasp what slips away. You are the sacred echo of the present, continuously blooming with grace and renewing with soulful purpose. Let each falling petal teach you to live with reverence. Your soul thrives when untethered, fluid in change, soft yet rooted. Don't cling. Instead, scatter your essence like fragrance in the wind, trusting that love lingers long after form fades. Your affirmation: my days are petals, and I treasure each one. This is such a pretty deck. It's new. So I thought I would use it. Oops, I'm not grabbing those. I'm grabbing these. There we go. And these are the fairy folk that are behind that deck. So I will use the Fairy Tarot today. This is my absolute favorite fairy deck. I do have a few, but I like this one. Anyways, let's grab message for card number 1, a message for your week ahead. Thank you very much. We've got the King of Winter. We have Unity. And the Ace of Spring. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right, so some interesting energy coming in here. I will say before I put this down that the Four of Spring is at the back of the deck. This is the Four of Wands. Be grateful you have much to celebrate. Deep feelings of peace and happiness and a contented personal life. There could be a significant milestone happening for you this week. There can be a celebration of something this week. And the Four of Spring is filled with a higher level of commitment, perhaps a form of success and prosperity, abundance, all kinds of wonderful things. It is a solid, stable energy, and we like it. It is also known as the 1111 card, so you may have some wish fulfillment in some way this week, but it might come as a surprise, or you might not see it quite coming, but it is there. It is coming in. It might not come in this week, though, because it is at the back of the deck, so it could come in like next week. However, right in the middle of your reading, we do have the Unity card, okay, and this is the Hierophant. And so this can be people joining forces, coming together. Now, interestingly enough, the Four of Spring is often known as the halfway to marriage card. And then we have 5, Unity, the Hierophant, the marriage card. Interesting. So some of you could be looking forward to a partnership. You may even have a new partnership come in, one that you didn't even realize. Are you eloping? I don't know. I have a feeling that if you are tired of people meddling in your business this week in quite Aquarian, I'm going to do it my way fashion, you might be doing something in secret, and you might decide, I don't need to spend all this money. I don't need all these people. Let's go and elope, because the Ace of Spring can be one of travel, and it's also one of excitement. So this can be really awesome. So you might be making it a little bit of a transition this week in a relationship. But we do have the King of Winter here as well. And now this can be you, right? The King of Winter is the King of Swords, clarity and a sense of purpose. Very wise, very knowledgeable, very intelligent, and quite the wordsmith. So this can be you really trying to articulate your thoughts, your feelings, your wants, your desires, your ideas. You're articulating them very well, and it just, hey, maybe people don't get them. People just don't understand where you're coming from, or, again, maybe people want to, kind of get involved. But you know what you want when we've got the King of Winter. You see it clearly. However, the King of Winter can also represent a person in your life. Now, this person could be, you have a really important conversation with them. Great energy for interviews, by the way. Again, the Unity card, it can be, like a marriage card. It can be higher level of commitment. It can also be rising through the ranks, right? Ascending. And so some of you here, maybe you get an opportunity for a job that pays you more money. It's in a higher position. Perhaps you have a promotion in your workplace, or again, a deepening of a bond with another person. But this can also be personal growth for you, right? I know what I want. I believe in myself. I'm confident, and you're rising to the occasion this week, right? So, but the King of Winter as another person can be someone who is very knowledgeable, experienced. They are very fair-minded. They're not super emotional, because again, this can be your energy with that full moon in Aquarius. We do detach from our emotions a little bit, okay, because that's quite often how we get things done, or how we're able to see through the muck, right? See through the confusion, through the fog, if you will. But this can be a person you get advice from, a professional person, if you will. Maybe it's it quite often does come out, the King of Winter, like someone as a lawyer or a negotiator, or just someone that maybe has some words of wisdom or advice. This can really be good if you do have to give a public speech or anything like that. This person might be able to help you to give that, or you just might be embracing this energy anyway. A Hierophant here, yes, it is, like I said, about ascending, right? Higher level of learning, higher level of wisdom, higher level of commitment, higher level of belief, right? This is a card of belief and having faith, right? So believe in yourself, have faith in the things that you do. Always very important, right? Because you can level up in some way. This is also about doing the right thing for the right reason. This is also about having a look at your traditional beliefs and upbringing, and, you know, seeing how does my new belief systems work in regards for that. I don't want to just torch everything that I have learned or accumulated through my life, but I've got to make room for the new to come in. How do these things blend together? And so with this King of Winter, you could be really figuring those things out. You know, this is outdated. It's really not for me. It feels controlling, but this is something new. And I think this can live alongside this other thing that I've been brought up and I've learned and I've embraced through my life. So it can be a blending of belief systems that you may be going through, this week, right? Because it is a very spiritual card, is the Unity card, and it can be spiritual in the sense of, how does it fit into my life? Because this can also be a very traditionally religious card here, right? So, and again, in Aquarian energy, full moon in Aquarius, something's got to go because the new is coming in, replacing it, but it can also be blending with some of the old ways, right? And so it can be a very wonderful energy, but it might take a little bit to think, what works, what doesn't, what do I believe, what do I not believe, what do I wholly embrace, right? So you could be going through a little bit of a spiritual conundrum and a little bit of spiritual growth this week as well. But remember, we do have the Ace of Spring here, stepping up, taking action. This is that bold, brave, passionate, fiery energy that's here for you this week. But the Ace of Spring is the Ace of Wands. And so this can represent planting the seeds of potential and watching something grow. Something may already have come to fruition or is coming to fruition for you this week. And it's because of something that you previously set your sights on. And here we go, right? Because we've got a tree with some cherry blossoms on this particular card. So you could be getting a gift or something this week. And again, something can be blooming. But this is that energy of, having energy, taking a little bit of a chance, embracing something new, taking action on things, being fearless, pursuing your goals, your treasured dreams. This can represent some amazing opportunities opening up for you here as well. Look and you shall find, right? It's the way things go. If we don't look for things, we don't see them necessarily, right? But if we're looking, right, you don't want to obsess. You want to keep an open mind, but kind of keep an eye out because there could be something very exciting there. That Ace of Spring, new energy. All right. And again, we've got the Four of Spring at the back of the deck. So there could be new people, new situations, new opportunities, you name it, who knows? But it can just be that maybe you are cleansing out something here so that you can have this fresh energy flowing within you. I'm going to leave that there for you folks. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. If you enjoyed your reading, please do hit the like button. Don't be afraid to say hello as well. Subscribe to my channel if you do enjoy my readings, and you'll be more likely to see them in your feed, but also hit that notification bell, and then you will get a notification. Well, in theory, most of the time, maybe. That's up to YouTube. It's nothing to do with me. But anyways, but at the very least, that thumbs up really does help my video get seen. So I thank you guys. But I am going to move on now to card number 2. And if you were curious about that one, stick around. Hello, those of you who chose card number 2. Oh, my goodness. All day today, I keep moving my camera around. Anyways, ready to see your card? Here it is, Pearls of Wisdom. Ooh, That's interesting, with a lesson. Maybe you're getting deeper understanding of something. Let's see what the message says. No grit, no pearl. Pearls form when irritation is transformed into beauty, just as you transmute challenges into pearlescent strength. Life's difficulties polish your spirit, gifting personal growth. Every setback is a sacred grain shaping your evolution. Like ocean treasures hidden in deep waters, your pearls of wisdom arise through reflection and perseverance. Honor these inner jewels, born of grit, glowing with insight. When life tests you, growing begins. Use adversity to refine instincts, strengthen your foundation, and elevate your soul's knowing. With compassion in your heart and courage in your stride, you enrich your journey. Lessons and blessings entwine, each shaping your soul's path. Celebrate how far you've come. Your story is gilded with truth, beauty, and hard-earned wisdom. Pearls have a divine origin shaped by water and transformation. They mirror nature's power to heal and reveal. Your affirmation: I turn challenges into pearls of growth. Let's get some more cards, and okay, thank you. There we go. The Seven of Summer has come flipping. Okay, not those. Thank you very much. I'm trying not to hit my camera as I shuffle these things. So we have the Seven of Summer, which is the Seven of Cups energy. So there could be something here that you're trying to envision, trying to imagine. Maybe you're trying to figure out how to turn your dreams into reality. The Seven of Summer, it can be a really wonderful card of imagination and daydreams, nighttime dreams as well. And, also having a lot of options, right? And so it's good to have options, but sometimes if we have a lot of options, we get overwhelmed. And so that can be a little bit of a challenge. And, sometimes we have so many different paths that we can follow that we do get confused how to get started or how to finish. And, we can instead embody the energy of procrastination, which is never a good thing. It's inaction, right? And so sometimes we need to take action. Seven of Summer can also be a little overwhelming, right? And we can also play into our fears, hence the procrastination, right? I'm afraid of making the wrong choice. I'm afraid of trying something new and it not working out. We've got a little magic on here for you. No more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision. Confusion that arises from overanalyzing the options, right? And what happens when we overanalyze? We get stuck, right? So this can show you that if there's something you really want to do, something you're dreaming about, sometimes we need to look fear in the eye and we just need to get going. And this is a card of dreams and imagination, right? And what I say about the energy of this week, you have an abundance of bold, daring, creative energy, right? You may have some naysayers on the sideline. Don't listen to them. Do not listen to them, right? Oh man, I tell you, if I could take back a number of things in my life where I have allowed other people to hold me back because I thought their opinion mattered, I'd probably be in a different place. Maybe I'd be in the same place, just a shorter path. Who knows? But no, do what's right for you guys, okay? But you could have an opportunity to make your dreams come true. We've got the Two of Winter. See, look, Two of Winter. So that's the Two of Swords. Okay, we've got the Seven of Summer. So you are in quite a little bit of a conundrum here. Okay, the Two of Winter. It's like I need to make a choice. I need to make a decision. Do I go this way? Do I go that way? What is the right path for me? Right? I'm a little bit confused. Okay, how do I figure this out? Turn inward. The pearls of wisdom did not show up by accident. Okay. The Two of Winter says that you do not need to look externally for your answers. Allow your inner wisdom to guide you. Because ultimately, as humans, we do like to get other people's opinions or bounce ideas off of other people, or look for more information. And the actual fact is that we come for full circle and we already knew what the answer was. So turn inward with the Two of Winter. Tap into your inner wisdom. Tap into your intuition and listen. It's telling you, it's showing you the way. And ultimately, you ultimately know what is the right choice or what is the right path. Indecision can hold you back like nothing else, right? Because when we don't know, we tend to kind of go back and forth. We go a little bit sideways, or maybe we even go backwards, or we just stand still, right? So we need to make a choice, make a decision, but trust yourself that you're making whatever the right choice is for you, okay? Choices and choices. If you are looking at things in black and white, right? Black and white, yes or no, succeed or fail. That's a big one, right? Sometimes there's a middle ground. There's a happy medium. There's a compromise. There's something in the middle. There's the path unseen, right? So we can't always look at things in black and white. There's shades of gray, right? And, you know, the thing is if you have something that you want to pursue, or something that you want to change, or something that a dream, a vision, right? We can't always be worried about pass or fail, because even those things that don't work out the way we envisioned, they've still taught us something, right? It's those pearls of wisdom that we gather along our journey. But they can also show us some very valuable lessons and some very valuable information. You know, some people, they come out of the gate, they try something, they don't succeed in the way they wanted to, but they've succeeded in the way that, okay, well, that's a lesson. I won't do that again. All right, let's change our process and let's try this again, right? So just because you may not succeed on your first try, you still learn a lesson from it, right? So don't be afraid to try. So there could be something weighing on your mind this week, though, okay? You know, just make the right choice for you, whatever that looks like. And we've got the Queen of Spring. See, there's your independent, fiery spirit this week. This can be you. It's like, I'm taking the bull by the horns. I'm taking the reins. I'm confident. I'm making the right choice for me, and nothing's going to stop me now. No way, Jose. Believe in yourself, all right? This can really be an energy of an independent spirit who knows what they want and is determined to get it in one way, shape, or form, and is not afraid of failure, not afraid of success, and, is just kind of willing to follow the right path. So believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you and maintain a balance between work and home life. Queen of Spring is the Queen of Wands. As a person, this can be a person in your life that may motivate, inspire you. She is in the upright. She's not in the reverse. So this is a positive life force for you. And the Queen of Spring quite often does come up as like your bestie, right? Like your best friend, someone who will be just blatantly truthful with you, but will also support you. They'll motivate you. That might come in the form of, cheering you up. It might come in the form of giving you one hell of a stern talking to if they think you're being a little bit silly or, whatever, right? Only the ways that those besties can talk to us, okay? But ultimately, this is your energy. You're gaining strength. You're confident, right? So you may start out a little wishy-washy this week, a little bit back and forth, sideways, all topsy-turvy this week, okay? But then you grab, you seize the moment, okay? Whatever that happens to be for you this week, all right? It's all about your energy. So I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If so, please do like, share, and subscribe. Any interaction from you with my video does help to disperse it a little bit more. So hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you enjoy my readings. And if you want to be notified, hit the notification bell. And then in theory, it will show you every time I put something up. It doesn't always work. It's kind of a YouTube thing sometimes. But anyways, you'd think that it would. But I do thank you for watching. I hope you have a magnificent week. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.